Well, hello. I know. I'm so large today. I wonder why. Well, that's simple. We're doing lore today. We're updating my VTuber lore. Yeah. And because we're updating the lore, we need to start over from the beginning. And what better way to do that than from the very beginning? In a different format. I wanted to do it a little differently, but unfortunately I couldn't do what I wanted to do without a whole lot of weirdness. But yeah, we're doing lore today. We're gonna be writing down and updating my lore for all those interested. I know, not very interesting, not very exciting, but somebody's got to do it. But yeah, we're gonna be doing the lore for my VTuber. We're gonna be updating it and giving it some oomph slash everything else, I guess. Doesn't have to make sense. It really doesn't. The good news is we don't have to make sense. Bad news is we don't make any sense. So by the logic, we have no sense of the words. Yeah. But that's okay, because we're just gonna be doing lore. I know it's gonna be super exciting. Oh god. Don't worry. I, Setsuna Fox, will guide you through everything. Also, we have music for once on the Just Chat on this thing. We're listening to Spirit City's music soundtracks from the game. They're lo-fi, so they should be stream okay. If I'm not mistaken, they mentioned on the game you can stream with it, so yeah. And hey, Demos, welcome. I had to stream a little later today because I got distracted and forgot to do some stuff before stream that I had to get done. It wasn't anything super important, but I just always like to try to get it done. Yeah, so we're going to be doing lore. We're going to be writing the lore and updating it to the correct correct type, I guess. We're going to change it to Times New Roman just because it's easier. And we need I really should have replaced my keyboard because the keyboard I have now, the period button is stuck. And I don't know if it's something that I did or something that just happened. Not sure which. All right, let's get this started. I did not want to do that. That's big enough. G, there's the first letter. Nah, we're gonna be doing fine. The problem I have is how to start it. Again, this is gonna be from a first person telling. I'll explain it later. I keep doing this. Hello. There. Would it be EIR or... I hate English language. There you go. Well, hello there, little friend. What are you doing here today? Let's set it on the side. There we go. And no, we'll keep it in the middle. Don't ask me why. Hey. I've been quacked. Why am I being quacked? Why are you quacking me? A little ball of light bounces to and fro. Is that how you spell fro? I don't think. I doesn't know how to spell it. Bounces around. A little ball of light. Bounces around wildly. As if motioning its question. The unknown voice responds. Ah. You wish to know who I am. Or more. I'm gonna butcher this. I knew it. God damn it. Precisely. More precisely. Alright. Who I am. You wish to know how you got here. And who am I? Well, the answer is simple. If I could spell. The answer is simple. You are in the world between worlds. In the world between worlds. You are in the world between worlds, and I am Setsuna Fox. The ball of light begins to settle down as long as I can spell correctly. It begins to dim. Before it erupts in a blinding flash. It seems it wishes to know what is going on. Setsuna Fox responds to the ball of light. Typing go burr, typing go. Setsuna Fox responds. The answer to your question, question is another simple answer. You wish to know. Wait, hold on. You came here. I was trying to say it out loud and then typing it. My mind's like, oh, right, yeah. You came here to know the truth of the universe. Like all people. Like everyone else who arrives here. A ball of light flickers numerous times before dimming once more to an average brightness level. I don't know why I decided to go with a ball of light for the questionnaires, but yeah, just fuck it. And Setsuna Fox will respond. I see. Well, what did you really expect to find here? Aside from me. You're late? Not really. We only started a couple minutes ago. I started late because I had to get some stuff done that I forgot to do before stream started. Like we're literally in the first page. We haven't gotten anything important yet. I'm guessing you want to know the origin of creation. Since that seems to be the question I always get asked. The ball of light ignites itself into a flaming ball of fury before finally settling down into a lukewarm sun. Don't ask me why I decided to use a ball of light for this. I didn't think this part through. I thought something else through, but you know what? It's a fucking ball of light. Flaming. Now Setsuna Fox will respond. Well, no need to be so rude. Why would you be so rude? Just take a seat, and I will explain everything. ball of light. The ball of light moves to the ground and settles as if it is sitting in a comfortable position before flickering a few times. Comfortable position, not portion. Settles as if it is sitting in a comfortable position. And then flickers a few times. Yeah, that makes more sense. Alright. Setsuna Fox responds. Setsuna Fox. Okay, now we gotta get into the nitty-gritty of it all, I guess. Here comes my storytelling prowess that I don't have. I like storytelling, but I'm terrible at it. Alright, let's go over what we have right now real quick. Hello there, little friend. What are you doing here today? A little ball of light bounces around wildly as if motioning its question. You wish to know how you got here and who I am? Well, the answer is simple. You are in the world between worlds, and I am Setsuna Fox. The ball of light begins to settle down, but begins to dim before it erupts in a blinding flash. It seems it wishes to know what is going on. The answer to your question is another simple answer. You came here to know the truth of the universe, like everyone else who arrives here. The ball of light flickers numerous times before dimming once more to an average brightness level. But what did you really expect to find here aside from me? I'm guessing you want to know the origin of creation, since that seems to be the most... That seems to be the most obvious question I always get asked. The most obvious question. Sounds better. The ball of light ignites itself into a flaming ball of fury before finally settling down into a lukewarm sun. Well, no need to be rude. Just take a seat and I will explain everything. The ball of light moves to the ground and settles as if it's sitting in a comfortable position and then flickers a few times. I think that sounds pretty good. Makes sense. Kind of. Okay, so alright, we're gonna respond. Alright, we're gonna respond. What do we respond? How do we respond? How do I, Setsuna Fox, respond to this ball of light who is being a dick? That is the question. That is the question we gotta ask ourselves. I will start from the very beginning. And believe me when I tell you that it is quite boring. I will, however, cut some details and eliminate the filler. So as not to drag out the story. We're getting meta. Alright, quotations. This is Setsuna speaking. So in the beginning, there was me. And I wandered in the endless void until I came upon a bright until I came upon a blinding light. Blinding light. Somewhat similar to you. I'm not able to spell. I cannot spell to save my life. In that brief moment, I placed my hand I touched the light, and instinctively, I still can't spell, devoured it. Yes, you heard correctly. Come on, I cannot spell. You heard correctly. I ate the frickin' light. I ate the frickin' light. No idea why. I just did. The best way to describe its taste was a stale 3-week-old sandwich. I'm not able to spell sandwich, am I? The light flickers. The ball of light flickers once and then begins to shiver as if motioning that it is terrified. I can spell terrified correctly. Really? Don't worry, I won't eat you. You wouldn't taste any better. Now, back to the story. After I ate the light, I felt a yearning. Something that I had never felt before. And with that feeling, I created the first universe. It didn't last long. Before it turned to dust before my very eyes. I was angry and sad. I was angry, sad, but most of all, that's what I tell everybody, we're just furries. But most of all, I wanted to keep creating. The ball of light grew bright. But this time, it stayed that way. As if showing that it was listening attentively. Ah, pineapples. I guess it was a good thing we used the ball of light, just because we can throw one-off lines to make it seem like it's doing something. After countless attempts, most of them complete failures, I finally figured out what was wrong. And it was me. I was the problem in which every universe failed. The reason was very obvious looking back on all my mistakes. Isn't very obvious looking back at all my mistakes. Every universe failed because I was not a part of it. So the next universe, I cannot spell correctly, that I created, I placed a part of myself inside of it. Oh, hold on. Let's rephrase that. I'm going to skip ahead a bit because it gets a little dark. And of course, to eliminate some filler. I am not able to spell correctly, am I? The short point is that now I had created instead of countless failures, I had infinite successes. The ball of light and dimmed once more. Dimmed once more. And flickered a few times before brightening up again. It seems it wanted more details, but did not want to pry. Grab a drink of water. Now that I had succeeded in my desire to create, I had one more thing to do. And that was to take myself out of the creation process completely. In order to do that, I had to sleep. But I couldn't sleep knowing that I couldn't sleep without ensuring that the creation process went undisturbed. Undistributed. Went undistributed. Undisturbed. So in order to maintain the process of creation, I created a guardian of sorts that would watch over me and ensure everything proceeded as planned. The ball of light turned a deep blue. Before it erupted into a rainbow of colors. Before returning to its plain white glow. It seems it is confused on what that last part entailed. Setsuna Fox responds. Not in the form we've seen. What are you confused about? Hold on. I can see why you would be confused. Confused since it doesn't make any sense now. Hold on. What are you confused about, Light? About you... all of light? I explained everything pretty clearly. Didn't I? The ball of light once again erupts into a bright red flame. This time does not return normal. It seems it is very angry for some reason. And Setsuna Fox will respond once again. Well, I can't help it. I can't help you if you refuse to open your eyes. It's not my fault you couldn't see the others. ball of light immediately. I can't spell. Immodestly. Immediately. Nope, still can't spell. Oh, there we go. Dims itself. Upon realizing it is now surrounded dims itself as it finally realizes that it and the person sitting across from him that the two are not the only ones in this place. That's terribly worded. The ball of light immediately dims itself as it finally realizes that the two are not the only ones in this place. It flickers. Numerous times. Numerous times as if it is looking around. Before finally dimming itself to a normal, dimming itself to its usual brightness. The ball of light immediately dims itself as it finally realizes the two are not the only ones in this place. It flickers numerous times as if it's looking around before finally dimming itself to its usual brightness. And Setsuna Fox will respond again. I'm glad you finally opened your eyes. Now, why don't I properly introduce myself? My name is Setsuna Fox, but you can address me as Pride. Before the ball of light could do anything, a voice in the distance I can spell. Calls out sane. Calls out sane. A very simple line of dialogue. I cannot spell today. Is that dialogue, really? I don't know. Pride, what in the world are you doing? Pride responds. Greed, not now. I am currently telling our guest our origin story. We are just getting to the good part. Greed responds. What do you mean, guest? What do you mean, guest? You've been talking to that mirror. Right, hold on. You've been talking to that empty chair for over an hour. Pride responds. Well, of course, it's an empty chair. The audience is on the other side of the screen. Greed will respond. You're breaking the fourth wall again, aren't you? The fourth wall again, aren't you? You need to stop doing that. You need to stop doing that. Remember what Wrath did you last time? Before Pride could respond, another voice, another pair of voices could be heard approaching. One loud and boisterous, and the other flowed like water. Pride's gonna respond. Great. Now you have lust and envies. Now you attracted yeah. Yay, I spelled it. Attracted lust and envy over here. Now the audience is going to be getting very confused. Lust and envy now respond together. They are only confused because you cut out the filler. But lust responds afterwards. Let me take over the story now. You're terrible at storytelling. Let me take over now. You've never been good at explaining anything. But envy responds. You aren't good at explaining either, Lust. Pride's gonna respond. Yes, this is a very interesting dynamic, isn't it? Fine. Let's get back to the story so that the audience can understand what is going on right now. Picking up from a long time after Setsuna Fox goes to sleep and left a guardian to watch over the creation process. We come to a point where the guardian desire to create, or to be more precise, desired company. So the Guardian, bestowed with the power of creation. Stare. Exactly, stare. Power of creation. Created 5 other individuals the hard part from that point on was we are all the same person. Is this chat GBT? What do you mean? I'm writing this out like normal. Are you talking about like AI? No. I don't do that stuff. I write it all by hand. I don't take shortcuts. We are all the same person. We have the same memories. Same memories. The same thoughts. The same memories and thoughts. That made it very difficult at first. Difficult at first because we didn't know how to address each other. Address each other. It was at that moment that the first gave each of us a name. It was at that moment that the first It was at that moment that we each came up with our names, basing it off a concept that every universe seemed to adopt. The 7 deadly sins, seen as we named ourselves, not outselves, after the 7 deadly sins. Not the anime. The actual sins. We've already mentioned we're breaking the 4th wall, okay? The first claimed the name Wrath. The second, lust. Third was envy. Fourth, became gluttony. Fifth, was sloth. And the sixth, was pride. However, you are asking yourself, what about greed? Well, greed's story is a little different from ours. I am clicking every wrong button. You see, unlike us, greed greed was not created by wrath, but was created by the original. Shut up, phone. Greed was once part of the normal greed came from one of the actual universes we have no idea how they did it. We have no idea how they wound up here. But they did. Greed came from one of the actual universes. We have no idea how they wound up here, but they did. It took a long line of questioning and plenty of wounds and plenty of fighting before we all settled down Greed's gonna respond. Yeah, I wound up here somehow. I don't remember the universe I came from. But unlike the others, I universe. I don't remember the universe it came from. I do share the same thoughts. Okay, hold on. We're going to rephrase this. In the distance, no, hold on. Pride's going to respond differently now. So that is story of creation and our origin. And I told you it was going to be boring. Also, have any of you seen Lust and Gluttony? Sloth's going to respond for the first time. Yeah, I saw us dragging Gluttony to the bedroom. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. And Envy's gonna respond. Wait. What? Greed's gonna respond. Now that would explain why I keep having these horny thoughts. Then again, they never stop coming from lust. Pride's gonna respond. Actually, Sloth's gonna respond again. So should we stop her? What the lore about? We're talking about my lore. The lore for Setsuna Fox. Which we're getting close to the end of the writing part. So should we stop her? Or should we finally let her... Envy's gonna respond. We all share thoughts, dumbbutt. We all share the same... Hold on. Envy's gonna respond angrily. We all share the same thought. Enemies are going to respond differently. Hold on. Enemies are going to respond lust. You cannot you cannot do that to gluttony. We all share the same brain. We all share sensations. And then lust is going to respond. It doesn't matter. There's nothing wrong. And then finally, pride's going to respond. Pride's going to respond. Oh, this is just another ordinary day. Ordinary. I am not spelling correctly. Oh, that's why. But I am surprised. You haven't said anything. Wrath? Wrath will respond. We don't need to worry. With only that one line of dialogue. Lust drops gluttony to the floor. Lust drops gluttony and slowly turns around to see Wrath staring directly at them. It would seem this is an everyday occurrence. Am I not able to spell? In the world between worlds. There we go. It's very dumb, interesting lore. It's not super long. Only about 1,300 words. Yeah, we'll go over the lore again. And we'll talk about it, of course. Alright, so here we go, from the start. Unknown voice. Well, hello there, little friend. What are you doing here today? Oh, I didn't even put that. A little ball of light bounces around wildly, as if motioning its question. The unknown voice. Ah, you wish to know how you got here, and who I am? Well, the answer is simple. You are in the world between worlds, and I am Setsuna Fox. The ball of light begins to settle down, but it begins to dim before it erupts in a blinding flash. It seems it wishes to know what is going on. Setsuna Fox. The answer to your question is another simple answer. You came here to know the truth of the universe, like everyone else who arrives here. The ball of light flickers numerous times before dimming once more to an average brightness level. Setsuna Fox. But what did you really expect to find here aside from me? I'm guessing you want to know the origin of creation, since that seems to be the most obvious question. The ball of light ignites itself into a flaming ball of fury before finally settling down into a lukewarm sun. Setsuna Fox. Well, no need to be rude. No need to be so rude. Just take a seat, and I will explain everything. The ball of light moves to the ground and settles as if it is sitting in a comfortable position and then flickers a few times. Setsuna Fox. I will start from the very beginning, and believe me when I tell you, it is quite boring. I will, however, cut out some details and eliminate the filler so as not to drag out the story. So in the beginning, there was me, and I wandered in the endless void until I came upon a blinding light. On the blinding light. No, a blinding light. Nope. Upon a blinding light. Somewhat similar to you. In that brief moment, I touched the light. When I touched the light, I instinctively devoured it. Yes, you heard correctly. I ate the freaking light. No idea why I did. No idea why I did it. The best way to describe its taste was... Hold on. So the best way to describe its taste was a stale 3-week-old sandwich. The ball of light flickers once and then begins to shiver as if motioning that it is terrified. Don't worry, I won't eat you. You wouldn't taste any better. Now, back to the story. After I ate the light, I felt a yearning, something that I had never felt before. And with that feeling, I created the first universe. It didn't last long. Not long. Before it turned... I missed a lot of words. Turned to dust. Before my very eyes. I was angry, sad, but most of all, I wanted to keep creating. The ball of light grew bright, but this time it stayed that way, as if showing that it was listening attentively. After countless attempts, most of them complete failures, I finally figured out what was wrong. And it was me. I was the problem which every universe failed. The reason was very obviously looking back on all my mistakes. Every universe failed because I was not a part of it. I'm going to skip a bit, and it gets a little dark, and of course to eliminate some filler. The short point is that now instead of countless failures, I had infinite successes. The ball of light dimmed once more and flickered a few times before brightening up again. It seems it wanted more details, but did not want to pry. Now that I had succeeded in my desire to create, I had one more thing to do. And that was to take myself out of the creation process completely. In order to do that, I had to sleep without ensuring In order to do that, I had to sleep without ensuring the creation process went undisturbed. I know, it's weird. So in order to maintain the process of creation, I created a guardian of sorts that would watch over me and ensure everything proceeded as planned. The ball of light turned a deep blue before it erupted into a rainbow of colors, before returning to a plain white glow. It seems it is confused on what that last part entailed. Setsuna Fox responds, "What are you confused about, you ball of light? I explained everything pretty clearly, didn't I?" The ball of light erupts into a bright red flame, but this time does not return to normal. It seems it is very angry for some reason. Setsuna Fox responds, "Well, I can't help you if you refuse to open your eyes. It's not my fault you couldn't see the others." The ball of light immediately dims itself as if finally realizing that the two are not alone. I should probably just... the two are not alone. It flickers numerous times as if looking around, before finally dimming itself to its usual brightness. Setsuna Fox responds, "I'm glad you finally opened your eyes. Now why don't I properly introduce myself? My name is Setsuna Fox, but you can address me as Pride." Before the ball of light could do anything, a voice in the distance calls out saying a very simple line of dialogue. "Pride, what in the world are you doing?" Pride responds, "Greed, not now. I'm currently telling our guest our origin story. We're just getting to the good part." Greed responds, "What do you mean, guest? You've been talking to that empty chair for over an hour." Pride responds, "Well, of course, it's an empty chair. The audience is on the other side of the screen." Greed responds, "You're breaking the fourth wall again, aren't you? You need to stop doing that. Remember the last time Wrath did... Remember that... remember the last... We gotta rephrase that. Let's rephrase that. Remember what Wrath did to you last time. You need to stop doing that. Remember what Wrath did to you last time?" Before Pride could speak, another pair of voices could be heard approaching. One loud and boisterous, and the other flowed like water. Pride responds, "Great. Now you've attracted lust and envy over here. Now the audience is going to get very confused." Lust and envy respond together. "They're only confused because you cut out the filler." And Lust responds, "Let me take over. You've never been good at explaining." But envy responds, "You aren't good at explaining either, Lust." Pride responds with, "Fine, let's get back to the story so the audience can understand what is going on right now." Picking up from a long time after Setsuna Fox goes to sleep and left the Guardian to watch over the creation process, we come to a point where the Guardian desired to create, or to be more precise, desired company. So the Guardian, bestowed with the power of creation, created 5 other individuals. The hard part from that point was we were all the same person. We all had the same memories and thoughts. That made it very difficult at first because of how to address each other. It was at that moment we came up with our names, basing it off a concept that every universe seemed to adopt. We named ourselves after the 7 deadly sins. I spelled that wrong. Not the anime, the actual sins. The first claimed the title of Wrath. Claimed the name of Wrath. Title? Let's go title. Title, Wrath. The second, Lust. Third was Envy. Fourth became Gluttony. Fifth was Sloth. and I. The sixth was pride. However, you're asking about greed. Well, greed's story is a little different from ours. You see, unlike us, greed was not created by wrath, but was created by the original. Greed came from one of the actual universes. We have no idea how they wound up here, but they did. It took a long line of questioning and plenty of fights before we all settled down. Pride responds with, so that is the story of creation and our origin. And I told you it was going to be boring. Also, have any of you seen Gluttony? Sloth responds, yeah, I saw Lust dragging Gluttony to the bedroom. Envy responds with, wait, what? And Greed responds with, well, that would be why I keep having these horny thoughts. Then again, they never stop coming from Lust. Sloth responds with, so should we stop her or should we finally let her? And Envy responds with, Lust, you cannot. Gluttony, we all share the same sensations. Lust responds, it doesn't matter, there is nothing wrong. Then Pride responds with, well, this is just another ordinary day. But I am surprised you haven't said anything, Wrath. Wrath responds with, we don't need to worry. With only that one line of dialogue, Lust drops Gluttony and slowly turns to see Wrath staring directly at them. It would seem this is an everyday occurrence in the world between worlds. That's the lore! That is the lore. That is my lore. My Setsuna Fox's lore 2.0. I think it makes sense. It cuts down a lot of like needless stuff. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. But I think it sounds pretty good. Anybody have any questions? Or would like to know more? Because again, this is supposed to be something simple to go over the lore. Basically, there's 7 different versions of me. Each one is different. They're all the same person, though. A very simple setup, I do say so myself. And of course, ending like that just makes more sense. Because they're the same person, but that doesn't mean they can't want to do things that are different. Of course, you can kind of tell most of their names don't mean anything. Aside from Lust, who's literally horny as shit, but that's to be expected when you have 7 different versions of yourself. Is it really self-cessed? I don't think so. I don't think so, but what I do know is it's hilarious. And it's in character for myself. It is funny. I think I had everybody speak at least once. Wait, Gluttony doesn't speak. Okay, so everybody at Gluttony speaks. And again, Gluttony's being dragged off to go to the bedroom. I think that is a good... I think that's good. I think that's a good detail. We got a genuine setup to the story. With our character introducing and talking about the backstory. And then kind of having a bit of a joke in there. And then getting to the point where it kind of breaks the fourth wall. Because, you know, we have the main point, which introduces the main concept of, you know, the original devouring the light and creating all the universes. And, you know, all the universes are created, that we're part of every universe. But, you know, there is a Setsuna Fox in every universe. That they exist. They aren't the main character, but they do exist. You know, they're a background character, whether they serve you coffee or, you know, walk down the street, say hi, or ignore them completely. You know, there is a different version there in each universe. They're all different, but they all serve the purpose of just keeping balance. And of course you have these 7 buffoons who are the Guardians, which is where the story gets funny and convoluted and lighthearted. Because you have the ball of light, which then comes to the conclusion that it's not a ball of light, it's just a chair. Ow! Why am I being beaten up? And of course, with the breaking of the 4th wall.
What up, Beach?
Lore! Setsuna Fox Lore 2.0. Updating my lore from what it was before to the new updated lore. That's what we've been doing. That's what I've been doing. I'm just lovingly throwing stuff at you. I don't know if it was lovingly, that hurt. No, we've been updating my lore. I kept a lot of the original part. I changed up how it was, well, not so much changed up, but broadened how it was created, and cut out a lot of filler and a lot of extra stuff that didn't need to be there. It hurts because I care. Well, I've been eating rocks. Why are you eating rocks? Why? But no, my favorite part is because this is one of the parts that I kept thinking to myself on. Is the part with where lust comes in, lust and envy come in, without sharing the rocks. Now when lust grabs envy and tries to go take gluttony to the bedroom, you just see this as an everyday occurrence with lust, just trying to fuck gluttony. Then you come to the sensation that, wait, they're all the same person. You can't do that. The rest are in the oven to stay warm, should have checked. Alright, I eat in the oven. But no, the part with lust trying to fuck gluttony has been the one part that I keep wanting to do. I keep thinking of it like, you know what, this is in character for me. So I feel like, fuck it, you know what, let's have it in character for the actual lore. And since they all share the same like thoughts and brainwaves and all that stuff, like they're able to read each other's minds basically all the time. Which is why Envy mentions share the same sensations. They share the same thoughts, memories, actions, sensations. They can feel and understand what the other person is doing. So they know what's going to happen. It never goes that far because they know what would happen, but that doesn't mean they're going to stop it, technically. Then again, you don't want to piss off Wrath. Just one word, one line stops everything, it seems. But of course, it's just it's funny lore. It's to be funny because, you know, the lore is serious. I'm not making fun of anybody's lore, and I'm not making fun of my lore. It just helps bridge the gap on everything. You know, it introduces the concept that all 7 of them are the same person. Because again, you're introduced as, it's, you know, the voice is introduced as Setsuna Fox, which is me. And then as the story goes on, and the Ball of Light realizes that, wait a minute, there's more than one person here. Now wait a minute. If they're asleep, but you're here, then what's going on? And the ball of light, wait. What do you mean? And then they come to the realization that, oh shit, there's more than one person here. They realize the person in front of them is somebody else. But they are Setsuna Fox because they introduced themselves as Setsuna Fox. But they're called Pride. And of course, as you go for it and you read through and you understand it, you know, you're introduced to greed. You're introduced to lust and envy. And then Pride continues on the story, explaining the differences between the 6 individuals of wrath. You know, you have wrath, lust, envy, gluttony, sloth, and pride. And of course you have greed, who comes out of nowhere. Literally from the universe itself. Like, greed just says, fuck it, I now exist. And of course you have any of you seen lust and gluttony? Yeah, I saw lust dragging gluttony to the bedroom. Wait, what? Oh, that would be why I keep having those horny thoughts. Then again, they never stop coming from lust. So should we stop her, or should we finally let her? Lust, you cannot fuck gluttony. We all share the same sensations. It doesn't matter. There is nothing wrong. Oh, this is just another ordinary day. But I am surprised you haven't said anything, Wrath. We don't need to worry. That one line just stops everything. I think it's good. I think it's a good, seriously comedic take. Because, you know, and literally until the point when you know, even until the fourth wall break part, it's very serious. The fourth wall break just turns it into Deadpool. But, you know, I think it's good. I think it's good. Because I had already thought of, like, you know, what if they're narrating the lore? What if whoever's narrating the lore and telling about the lore is doing a fourth wall break the entire time? And then you finally become aware of it when one of the other 7 addresses it. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. Let's fourth wall break the lore by having it being addressed to you guys directly. But at the same time, have it be in the format of, yeah, this is happening naturally. Like, Pride has done this dozens of times because people are watching, aka VTubers. So yeah, that was my thought process for the fourth wall break. I think I nailed it pretty good. I think I nailed it. You need to stop doing that. There we go. I keep realizing my spelling mistakes. What do you guys think? Chat, what do you guys think? I would like to know answers or thoughts, or what you guys would like to talk about. What would you guys like to know? What would you like to do? What should we do? Because I've done what I needed to do, which was explain the lore. I explained as best I could. think it makes a lot of sense. I think it makes a lot more sense than we realize. Not sure about you guys, but I think we did a pretty good job. I think we did a pretty good job. What do you guys think? Huh? Any thoughts? Any words? Any actions? I need to know. Like. Tired. We're always tired. There's no such thing as not being tired. There's no such thing as not being tired. Occasionally. No, I think it's a very good blend of seriousness and lightheartedness without being being unique. And being different from most lore videos, which is, you know, always addressing it as like the one thing or the other. So I think it takes itself seriously in the first half. And then it hits you with a 1-2 combo of, wait, this is the character addressing the viewers directly. This entire time we're addressing themselves as the viewer. And again, I really didn't think of the ball of light thing until I started writing. Like right at the first line, a little ball of light bounces around wildly, as if motioning its question. Was literally the first instance of, let's have a ball of light. The ball of light is trying to talk to you. The ball of light is the viewers typing in chat. You know, like, what are you doing here today? Oh, you want to know the universe? Okay, I'll explain it to you. And then it just goes from there and, you know, stays serious. And the ball of light gets angry because you guys are confused. And then it's like, oh, wait, this is interesting. And it's like, wait a minute. I wanted to know more, but I can't ask because I don't want to be rude. And it's like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, no! And they're like, shut up. It's not my fault. You couldn't understand it. And they're like, oh, wait, there's something going on now. Oh, wait, there's another person? And then there are more of them? Wait, there's more story? Oh, wait, there's 7 of them? And then, oh, wait, one's trying to fudge the other. The others are like, what, they're going to let it happen? What's going on here? We'll switch over to chatting. That was fun. It was very simple. I probably should have had probably should have done this later, since I knew it wasn't going to take super long to do the lore. Save as... lore updates. Saved. You're going to save it one more time. And close it out. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to do something simple. Want to do something very simple for my lore because, you know, again, it was just something I want to. It's something I wanted to do, and I thought it was pretty funny. Kind of bridging the gap on what would happen and what would be done. I mean, maybe. I don't know. if others would do it. Or maybe others won't see it that way. Either way, I had fun with it. And I think it makes a lot more sense in terms of everything. Because it definitely explains more without being ridiculously difficult to understand. Which was the problem with the previous lore. It was very complicated. To me. Because looking back on it, I'm like, okay, so this happens, and this. Okay. Alright, and then it was like this and that, and okay. So yeah. So yeah. I had fun with it. And again, this makes it easier for me in terms of like actual lore. Makes more sense to me and my version of it. Because before I tried to make it something more than it was. And this one's just kind of like, yeah, here's the important parts. And then here's this stuff. Oh, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Because I do want to try to work on getting this animated. Like into like an actual animation. I don't know if it'll be anything, you know, it won't be anything super spectacular or amazing, but I think it'll be fun if I can find somebody who I can work with one day. Like somebody I enjoy working with. There is one person I do want to work with, but I don't know if I'll be able to work with them because I don't know their prices. And I don't know, you know, how much it would cost to do all that. And of course, that's just the rough outline. There's no there's no explanation on anything yet. But for me, it's a good blend. It's a good balance. Like, I know it wasn't anything amazing compared to yesterday's stream, which was downright fun as shit. With all the chaos. With all the chaos that happened yesterday, and yeah. Yeah. It's probably gonna end. I'm probably gonna end stream soon, anyways, because I'm tired as hell. And again, I probably should have done this later, maybe around 11, instead of moving it to like 9. But I think we covered everything. I think we covered everything pretty good. I think we covered everything pretty good. I mean, I did. I think I covered everything pretty good. I don't know about you guys, but I know I did. I know I covered everything. Oh. Ah. Ooh. I'm very tired. I am very tired. Work has been kicking my butt, taking all my names, and I just want to play games, and I can't. hope you guys had fun today with the lore. Again, I know it's a very short stream comparatively, but I had fun. I had fun. I had fun, and I hope you guys did too. I know, again, I know, I'm weird, I'm boring. But guess what? You're stuck with me forever as long as you come up to me. I feel so wrong about that. Don't worry, you guys. Don't worry. We'll be back on Tuesday. We're going to be back on Tuesday with Withering Waves. Because Wednesday we're going to be busy with all freaking, we're going to be busy with a lot of, Honkai Star Rail. We're going to be busy with a lot of Honkai Star Rail on Wednesday because the new update comes out. And yeah. Remember, you only have to come in if you're able to. I don't want you guys forcing yourselves to drop by. I never want anybody to force themselves to be by. Drop by whenever you're able to. That's all that matters for me. We'll have fun when you guys can come by. But yes, Tuesday, we're going to be having Withering Waves. And then Wednesday, Honkai Star Rail. And then after that, I take a small break, which is just like a day off for myself. My normal day off, by the way, not actually taking a break. But anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I know it was a short one. I know it wasn't super amazing and jam-packed today. But we did do lore. Hey, Guardian, welcome, welcome, welcome. Unfortunately, we're getting ready to end it because I'm tired. I always hate when I have to end and everybody starts appearing and I'm like, shit. Yeah, I wanted to start later. Looking back on it, I knew it wasn't going to take super long to write the lore. So I probably should have pushed it back like an hour or two. Stop eating gunpowder. Unless you're eating macaroni flavored gunpowder. I don't know. But you can always watch the VOD. You can always watch the VOD on YouTube. You can watch the lore being created in real time. Again, there was some pretty fun stuff on the lore. We had a fourth wall break. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm very tired today. There will be no stream tomorrow, but there will be a stream Tuesday and there will be a stream Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow's my relaxation day from streams and unfortunately not work, but where I take a small break so I can recuperate myself and hopefully play some games that I just want to play and chill with or watch a movie or something. I haven't had much of a chance this week to do anything on my own. Not that's a bad thing. Not that it's a bad thing. I don't mind it. You did? Nice. Congratulations. I know it sounds... No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Sorry, I am trying to think. On to the next game, exactly. Oh, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for chatting, for lurking, for everything in between. Again, if you guys would like to see the lore come to life, you guys are free to watch the VOD on YouTube, on Twitch, on Kick if it's there. I don't know. But yeah, you guys are free to watch it everywhere if you guys would like to see it. Because, you know, I think I did a pretty decent job of creating a very unique lore. But until the next time, yeah, it doesn't get talked about much, which is kind of a good thing. Like I streamed to all four. I streamed to Twitter, YouTube, Kick, and Twitch. Gotta get that reach, bro. But yeah, I will see you guys Tuesday for some Wuthering Waves. But until then, enjoy yourselves. I don't have the money to stream to all of those. And I've tried streaming to Facebook once. And every time I did, the video kept having problems. So I just said, fuck it. And I also don't want to deal with Facebook in general. Because that place is a cesspool of evil. But anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for chatting, for lurking, for talking. Go enjoy yourselves with your day. Enjoy your food, your lunch, your dinner. Or whatever else you're going to do. I don't know. I'm not you. Go punch dolphins, though. They've had it too good for too long. Those darn blasted dolphins. They should never be allowed to have fun. And I mean an actual dolphin, not the Dolphins, the football team, like actual dolphins. They've had it too good for too long. Bye-bye, everybody. I promise we'll be back on schedule for normal streams on Tuesday. I am very tired, so I will get some rest today. But you guys enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye.